Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Glad you could make it here today. What's on the go today? We have a 2012 Volkswagen Jetta. It is my niece's car, and yeah, front brakes need doing. Pretty bad. Almost down to the metal. You can see the rotors in there don't look very good, do they? Well, before we get started, we'll get to undoing these lug bolts, and that's what they are. They're not nuts, they're bolts. Well, we're going to do it this way. And when you loosen them all and you get her jacked up, leave one of these in, because if you take them all out, the tire is just going to fall right off. Okay, so as a safety thing, make sure you leave one of those in. All right, they're cracked loose. I'll do the same on the other side. Okay, now that you got the lug nuts, lug bolts cracked loose but not taken out, you will find the pinch point, or your jack lift point, which is on these is just a little extended part on the frame, and that is your jack position point. So you just line up your jack under there the best you can, and that is your jack position point, lifting point. Okay, and just proceed to jack the tire off the ground. Okay, the tire is off, and now we can start the inspection. Yes, I got a jack stand under there. The jack is still under load, and the jack stand is there as a safety, obviously. Now let's have a look at this, what's going on here. Here. Oh yes. Those rotors are shot. Easy to see that, isn't it? And yeah, the pads are, they still got some life, but new pads are about 2.5 times that thickness. So we will proceed with tearing them apart. I need a little Torx guy here for the rotor set screw. And on the back here of the studs, there's these little plastic caps. See, they just pop right off. And there's a Torx screw in there. Can't get the bottom one, but oh, there we go. So these little caps come off, and that's your slide pins are inside these little housings here. Okay, we continue. Okay, so Therese is just grabbing the VIN number so we can make sure what model this is. And because there are different models of Jetta, this is a 2012. So we're just going to be careful, make sure we get the right brake parts. But for now, you will need a T27 for the screw in the rotor, and you will need a 7 mil for back here. I'll show you those in a second. Yeah, so here is the one, okay? It's got the little plastic cap on it right here. You just pop that off, like I showed you earlier. And you're gonna come in with this, the 7 mil Torx. It should say on it, there you go, 7 mil. I already loosened them off. Hoping they'll come out okay. There we go. You kind of have to add a little bit of pressure, sideways pressure, for them to bite. Here we go. Get them out so far. And they look like this. Okay, and there's one more right here. Same process, okay? So the caliper bolts look like this. They're both the same. In some calipers, one might be longer or just different, or maybe have a little bit of a rubber down here and it goes one way. But anyways, these are both the same. So they look a bit crusty. I'll probably put them on just a wire wheel, give them a fresh cleaning, and go from there. So we'll try and get in there and relieve it. Yeah. Get in there, get behind a pad, and there we go. She's starting to come off now. Just a little bit of patience and play with it. Like that. Okay, she will come off. Don't let it drop. You don't want to put a sudden jerking motion onto the rubber brake line, which is right here. All right, so we'll find a safe home for that. And let's just have a look at the pads while it's all off right now. Pops out. Okay. It's got these little spring feetsies here. They just pop right out. Give it a squash. It will come out. Just goof with it and she'll be out. Yeah. Not quite the metal, but really getting down. And this one, same difference. Got these little spring feet in here and it pops out. Okay, so you can now take out this Torx. It's all loose. It should come right out. And just pull the rotor. There it is, off. Now let's get a look at the backside. Oh, yeah. Not the greatest, is it, guys? Like I said, this is my niece's car, and we're gonna make sure that it's right. So, brand new rotors and pads are coming for this Jetta. And yeah. Now that she's apart, we can sand these rails. Give these a cleanup with the wire brush. Make sure those are nice and clean. That way everything is able to glide on it. Some models of vehicles have these actual metal clips that fit right over this, so you just pop them off. Whether this had them at one time or supposed to have them, I'm not sure. But the caliper boot looks all right. I'm just looking at it right now. So you want to check for leaks around this rubber boot. Okay. And that it's not torn, frayed, or anything like that. And oh yeah, that's something else I want to mention. Please don't do a brake swap or just a pad slap, whatever they call it. Make sure you get new rotors and pads all at the same time. It's just the smarter thing to do. Yeah, so the spots to look out for when you're doing brakes is just this area here. Make sure there's no rust buildup on this face, okay? I will make sure that's all burnished down and cleaned right up. Nothing heavy because it will throw your rotor out a little bit, okay? At this point here, that's where the brakes kind of slide on, okay? And the same with the top. Make sure your pins are clean, which are those right there. Make sure they're all really clean and shiny, and you relube them, obviously. Yep, so I just use a C-clamp to squash the caliper back in. You can use a proper caliper squisher, if that's what you want to call it. And whatever works. And you could use a big set of channel locks. If you're going to do that, put the old brake pad back in there and use the brake pad as a slave. Now, some of these caliper pistons are made out of ceramic and some are metal. You've asked me how I know. If you use a big set of channel locks and they're ceramic, you'll take a big chunk out of the pulley, you know, your cylinder, caliper cylinder there. All right, so be careful when you're doing it. Yeah, so our parts guy said the best thing to do with these Volkswagens is to take the old parts in because there's different kinds, different sizes, and that's the way it is. So, just so you can see the difference between new pads and old. All right, old on the left, new on the front, on the right, obviously. And remember which way these brake pads go on. The clips here are different from one to the next. Okay, so as you can see, this is the this one here is the caliper side, okay, where your cylinder is. That plugs into that. Now the other one looks like this. Okay, see the difference in the springs. So just keep that in mind. This is your outboard pad and the inboard pad for the caliper piston. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. There's the finished product. Just going to put the tire on, and I don't put anti-seize on the pins. I use the good stuff, and just looking for the good stuff right now. Wherever that green, oh, here it is on the floor. Oh, there's Gibby, he's the boss. Synthetic, okay? Use this on your pins. Permatex silicone brake lubricant for your pins. Now, you can use anti-seize on the back of when you go to put your rotor back on after you clean that surface. That's great. Up here in Canada, we should. And I put anti-seize on the back of the pads and on top of the caliper piston, okay? But don't use anti-seize on your pins. It dries out, cracks, and then they won't glide as much. Stick with the silicone brake lubricant, Permatex, or something equal. All right. Okay, until the next one. Got to do the other side now, and done deal. And then you pump up your brakes and stuff like that. Check your reservoir, your brake reservoir. And these Volkswagens, as Teresa's ready to help me with the tire, is right here. That's where your brake reservoir is. Right at the back off the firewall. Right there. Okay, guys, till the next one, Teresa and Steve, we're out. We're going to get this done for my niece Jackie and do a little test drive and a little bit of a burnish on the pads for her. Break it in. Okay, cheers. Thank you.